Well, good morning. We're here again from Border Links to kind of talk to you about our program. My name is Stephanie. This is my colleague Lee.
Hi, it's really nice to meet you.
Great to meet you. We're from the University High School. I'm Valerie and this is Tom.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks so much for taking time to meet with us.
So you guys are on the faculty committee?
That's right.
Okay,
Nice.
great.
Well, just to start things off, just to let you know, we're a pretty adaptable provider. We're a nonprofit, so we're not really here to make a buck, but we do want to help you out. We have some things we're great at, but because we can kind of fit your needs, we were wondering what kind of things maybe you were looking for, just a couple things in your program, just to give us an idea.
Well, number one, we're looking for a semester-long program. So that's a little longer than I think you guys typically do. You do 1 day to 2 weeks, I noticed. So that was something I wanted to know if you could adapt to.
Okay.
Additionally, our student body is academically gifted, so it's a special program for those students. So we do want to offer them something pretty unique, something in-depth, something challenging academically. So do you think you can work with those parameters?
As far as, most of our programs do run 1 to 2 weeks. We might be able to adapt to create a little bit longer of a program, but as far as semester, that's something we could definitely think about. Maybe use it as a pilot program to run future semester programs.
I was just thinking, I have a buddy who did this with our organization a few years ago, and what they ended up doing was that because we have the in-depth experience and the nonprofit organization around these issues that might concern your student, we could do the section that is really focused on a unique experiential learning portion that would be concentrated into a 2-week period, which is what we specialize in. But then we would continue to work with faculty to integrate that into the rest of your program when your students return to campus, so that the experience could be followed up on campus. I'm hesitant to say that we could provide any longer than 2 weeks because I don't want to promise you something that we're not able to provide, but that did work well in the case of my friend, and he works over at Southern University. If you want, I can give him his contact information too after this meeting.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's a very good call. And just to kind of emphasize, you do have the academically gifted students. We specialize on the experiential learning, which is, such a big part of really the students getting in there, getting the hands-on experience. And we have a bunch of different contexts of immigration, border patrol. So depending on what you are wanting them to learn, we can definitely cater that and kind of figure out where our contexts meet your needs.
I'm interested in hearing a little bit more about your students too.
Well, we are looking to provide Latin American study. Is basically culturally and politically, socially, economically, and how it has been effective. And so it's like we are looking more to deeper knowledge than just visiting and going back, and I have been to that dance, and we want to go further from that.
Okay.
And we actually talked amongst ourselves about potentially having the students move around, so maybe not just staying in Mexico, but traveling throughout Latin America just to get a real experiential learning type of opportunity. So we also are looking for a balance because our students are so gifted and they're unique in their abilities. We like to expand on that and let them have individual projects.
Okay.
So can we incorporate time for students to be able to take what they're learning and apply it to a project? Or is the program very structured while they're on site?
It's very open. Do you mean some sort of like a research project that could get in, kind of work with community on something, or is that kind of
Well, we're open to working with the community on a project. I was thinking of more of a project that had to do with research. Maybe they could be kind of creative with that. We have some writers in the group, so we thought we might give them an opportunity to do something with creative writing. We have some people that are very interested in history. So we may want to give them an opportunity to go in depth about one subject or one area, maybe do some connecting pieces with several of the places we visit. We're pretty open to them. We do like to foster that learning by meeting with them individually and expanding on what their ideas are. So we're very student-centered as faculty members. We feel like the experiential learning component is really important for our students, but we also want to provide enough structure because they are high school students. We do want to keep them on track. They have a lot of personal motivation, but we really want to make sure we're offering them something that parents can see is important and structured enough that they want to send their student.
Okay. I definitely think we can work with that. Actually, our focus is on providing unique trips for unique groups. So it sounds like you have a group of pretty special children, or adolescents actually, looking at your age bracket. We also have dealt with a wide range of age groups and interest groups in the past. And we do have a variety of contacts that have helped us out with these diverse groups. What we can do is we can introduce you, when we talk a little bit, to some of the programs that we've done in the past with groups, and see if maybe what we can do after looking at these programs that we've put on is if we can pull together some of the pieces that will be more appealing to your group and what you're looking for. So we can mix elements of our past programs. And then also, of course, we learn from any time that we provide for a new group, so we would love to incorporate what you guys have and what your faculty would like to do.
But can we go out of Mexico?
We actually, I don't think that, I think our specialty is Mexico.
Yes.
So we are limited to the Mexico area. We do have contacts with organizations that work in other areas, so we might be able to link you to them. But our area of specialties really is Mexico.
Yeah,
So,
which I mean, it's important. Oh, I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
But just a real quick point, which I mean is part of the reason that we can get in depth and have these relationships is that we're there. It's kind of a sustainable relationship. We're not leaving, and it is our focus. So if you are going to be doing these research projects and each student has an individual need, if you do that needs assessment before you come, we can then cater the program to contact our, our commerce representative, and people within different businesses in the community. So, and if we don't have those contacts and someone has a need, we can always seek that out because we have such an extensive network. So while we will be limited to Mexico and the border, maybe we can hook you up with a company that will take you elsewhere, but the experience you'll be getting in Mexico will be very experiential and very focused to the students' needs.
I was also thinking...
Actually, I'm telling you. I interrupted already.
It's okay. Like when we do research, I think we want to include collective, like a kind of collective case study research, a little bit of experience, and also academically can come. So can you talk a little bit more about how your culture tour organized and where you go and that kind of thing?
Well, and going off that too, I'm not sure if we're looking for a breadth of cultural information, and we're starting from the ancient and we're going all the way to the present. So I'm not sure if concentrating in Mexico is something that will provide our students with the breadth we're looking for. So that's one of my main concerns.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that we can show you some of the information and the relationships that we've made, but really that our strength is on the current day reality, which is very deeply rooted in the history of these people in Mexico and the relationships along the border. That for us, that's what makes these people's everyday life. And this is a lot of the organizations that we work with, because they work in a variety of areas, are linked to history, but also the present day reality. So we have some groups that really do deal with that on historical issues that are manifesting in real present day situations. That might be interesting for the kids. It's something to think about.
And as well, we have in the past done some things with local universities, so it's possible, while we don't do this all the time, so we'd have to check with them, it's possible we might be able to hook up with some local faculty at the institution nearest our organization and maybe have them help develop a curriculum that would focus on maybe ancient civilizations, in that local region. So it's still focused on the local region, but will give you a little more of a history and background that you're maybe looking for to start them off. Maybe that could be, you know, we could organize some sort of a couple-day seminar to give them some intense, and yeah.